Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? There's nothing better than biscuits and gravy with some scrambled or fried eggs on a Sunday morning, or any morning for that matter. And it's also a relatively inexpensive family meal when buying the ingredients at your normal grocery store. But can it be made cheaper shopping at a discount store like the Dollar Tree, which happens to be my own personal adult playground? And if it can be made cheaper, how's the taste and quality going to compare to the ingredients from a typical grocery store? Well, today, we're going to find out. I'm going to make a family breakfast with sausage gravy, biscuits, fried and scrambled eggs that only costs $4 from the Dollar Tree. So let's get started. We obviously need breakfast sausage to make sausage gravy. And I found this 10-ounce chub of Farmer John classic pork sausage for obviously $1. I've never even seen a 10-ounce chub of sausage. They're usually 12 or 16 ounces. So I found the 10-ounce size to be a little bit odd. But maybe that's why they're sold at the Dollar Tree. So it's $1 for 10 ounces of sausage, a bargain. That works out to be 10 cents per ounce, or $1.60 a pound. I could have gotten 16 ounces of Jamestown brand sausage for $1.77, which works out to be 11 cents per ounce. So in this case, the Dollar Tree sausage is technically cheaper. By the way, I buy Jamestown sausage when I make sausage gravy, not only because it's cheap and I like it, but it has a good amount of fat in it compared to more expensive sausages like Jimmy Dean, which to me is overpriced and too lean. You need fat to make your roux for the sausage gravy, otherwise you have to add fat. For the milk, I got a quart of Mayola Vitamin D whole milk for $1, which is 54 cents cheaper than a comparable quart of milk from Walmart. So the Dollar Tree is 2 for 2 right now. Next up was this 5-pack of Marico Jumbo Buttermilk Biscuits, which again was $1, compared to $1.47 for a 5-pack of Pillsbury Buttermilk Grands. I tried to find a 5-pack of Great Value biscuits versus a major brand of biscuits, but it doesn't look like Great Value makes them in 5-packs. So it looks like price-wise, the Dollar Tree may go for a sweep of the lower cost items. Could this really be a Dollar Tree bargain in the making? We're going to see. The eggs are going to be the deciding factor. A dozen of Hillendale Farms Grade A medium eggs was $1, compared to 86 cents for 1 dozen of large Great Value brand eggs. So overall, the Dollar Tree was the clear winner price-wise at $4 for the 4 ingredients, compared to $5.64 if you bought the same 4 comparable items from Walmart. And we all like to save a little bit of money here and there. But if the quality, taste, and value aren't at least as good as the slightly higher cost items, then is it really a good bargain? But we're going to find out. So let's make our sausage gravy, biscuits, and eggs. Let's start with the biscuits, since they take the longest. Now, I'm not a big fan of store-bought biscuits to begin with, but these look as good as any of the typical refrigerated biscuits I've seen, except some of them have chunks of butter throughout the dough, which butter obviously makes everything better. A lot better. These go into a preheated 375-degree oven for 11 to 15 minutes. Now let's get the sausage into a skillet over medium-high heat. Then using a spatula or meat chopper, break up the sausage. Then continue to chop and cook the sausage until it's cooked through. Click up at the top right-hand corner of this video if you want a full printable copy of how to make sausage gravy. And it was at this point a light went off in my head, and I realized a quart of milk is not going to fit in my small cast iron skillet. So I transferred the sausage over to a slightly bigger skillet. And unless you have a whole lot of excess fat, there's no reason to drain the fat, unless you want to take a small spoonful out to cook your eggs in. And this Farmer John sausage had the perfect amount of fat. Not too much, not too little. Just right. And like I said earlier, you need the fat to make your roux, but you don't want so much fat that it's going to make your gravy greasy. Now add all-purpose flour. And then give it a mix until the fat's absorbed into the flour. And then let it cook for about 2 minutes to get the raw taste out of the flour. Now add the milk. And you can add a little bit at a time, or you can pour it all in at once. I do it both ways from time to time, depending on my mood and how much time I have. And to be perfectly honest with you, it turns out the same whether you add little bits at a time or all at once. Now this next ingredient is totally optional, but it's my secret ingredient. Well, it was my secret ingredient. A couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce. I know it sounds strange, but please trust me on it. The flavor is very subtle, just enough to where the people that are eating it say, what is that? But in a good way. And then black pepper and salt to taste. And I like a lot of black pepper in my sausage gravy, so I'm adding a lot. You add however much you like. And then give it a good mix and continue stirring until it comes up to a light boil. Once it comes up to a light boil, reduce the heat down to medium-low, and then continue stirring for 2 to 3 minutes until it thickens. Now add some butter to a skillet over medium heat, And if you don't have any butter, use a little bit of the sausage fat. Or ask your neighbor to trade you a couple tablespoons of butter for a plate of biscuits and gravy and eggs. And then cook your eggs however you like them. I fried a couple for me, and then I scrambled a couple for my wife. And after about 14 minutes, our biscuits were done. And to me, they turned out perfect. Nice and golden brown on the top and the bottom. Now let's make a plate and give everything a try and see how it turned out. Now you can leave your biscuit whole, split it in the middle, or break it up into little pieces like I'm going to do. Once you've prepared your biscuit the way you like, it's time to ladle on the gravy. You can add as much or as little as you like. And you can see I put quite a bit of gravy on my plate, and my wife's plate had about the same amount of gravy. And there was still enough gravy left to make 2 more plates just like this one. So you can easily feed 4 to 5 people, or 2 really hungry people, sausage gravy and biscuits and eggs for $4 with some extra eggs left over. But all of that means nothing if it doesn't taste good. So let's give it a taste and see how it turned out. The sausage gravy looks nice and creamy, just like normal sausage gravy. And surprise, surprise, surprise! It tasted just like sausage gravy. Actually, it tasted like pretty good sausage gravy. As a matter of fact, I really like the sausage. I think the sausage had a really good flavor. The only thing I wish it had more of was a little bit more sage, but that's not really a big deal. I was very skeptical about the sausage, but I'm not anymore. Now the biscuits, on the other hand, besides them not wanting to stay on the fork, they definitely weren't my favorite. But like I said in the beginning, I usually don't like store-bought refrigerated biscuits to begin with. On the other hand, my wife really liked the biscuits and said they were good. But what does she know? She also says my food's good. Then I tried the eggs, and besides me slightly overcooking them, they very surprisingly tasted just like eggs. They were good. Actually, everything was good. Even the biscuits I didn't care for. If my wife said they're good, they're good. I learned a long time ago. Her opinion, it matters a whole lot more than mine does. Whether it's right or wrong, she's always right. But I've got to say, for $4, you can't go wrong with this breakfast. It was inexpensive, decent quality, it tasted good, and it was filling. So with everything all put together, I'd give the overall breakfast a 9 out of 10. And it goes to show, there's some decent, delicious bargains at the Dollar Tree. If you'd like to help support the Wolfe Pit, consider being a patron. You can pledge as little as $1 a month, that's only $12 for the whole year. Or you can pledge more. That's up to you. Either way, every little bit's appreciated and helps me produce more high-quality videos more often for you, the people. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.